Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today video is about starting my pharmacy dispenser career as an immigrant and the truth about the first few weeks. So it's going to be very interesting. When I got called in for my first training shifts as a pharmacy dispenser, I was so proud I'd finally got the job. But the moment I walked in, I had butterflies in my stomach like you wouldn't believe. Let me tell you what those few weeks were like. Getting called in for the training shifts felt like such a big win. It was proud I had achieved my first real goal, like landing a job in UK pharmacy. But that pride lasted about 5 minutes before the nerves kicked in. First of all, my manager introduced me to the whole team, and honestly, I was only catching about 40% of what people were actually saying. I was relying on the context, clues, body language, whatever I could pick up. I just tried to respond properly so that not look completely lost. Actually, my manager was very particular, pedantic. Even he had SOPs for every small little things, for using the software, for the way we used to dispense, for the stock arrangement, everything. Some people of the team tried to shortcut his methods, but every few weeks or months he had have to sit everyone back down and remind them of the proper procedure. He was logical, always testing new methods himself before rolling them out, and honestly nobody could really argue with him because he had already proven it worked. He wasn't there every day, only one day a week, so people were a bit nervous about his visits, including me, but I never questioned his SOPs. I just followed them. Now I am going to tell you why the SOPs mattered. Following his system meant doing more steps than some of the shortcuts other tried, but it meant safer, more accurate work, fewer potential errors. His cleansing standards and his rush hour procedures in particular were things I took really seriously, and they made a real difference. Here is the part I don't think people talk about enough. I was an introvert and immigrant, new to the whole system and not very fluent in English yet. That's a lot of barrier all at once. I found it hard to mix socially. If someone asked about my weekend, I'd give one word answer and go straight back to work. It wasn't that were not friendly. Everyone was actually really helpful. I just struggled to open up. My biggest fear. Out of every task in the pharmacy, the counter was the one that stressed me out the most. I always felt ready for the back of house work, but when it was my turn, on the counter part of me just wanted to disappear. I worried people got annoyed when I didn't catch their name properly. Thankfully, we could pull up someone's date of birth on the system to find their record. That trick saved me more times than I can count. This was just the start of my first few weeks. I have got so many more stories from my time working in the UK pharmacy, and I will be sharing them here for anyone planning to work in this field. So, you know what to actually expect. If this resonated with you, subscribe and let me know in comments what was your first week at the new job like. Thank you for watching.